Hello, Miss Gracia and tutors. This time I will talk about how agriculture can help reduce poverty. I believe that agriculture is the easiest and the most direct way to get the world to eradicate poverty levels that we have today. The best way to attack this social problem is going to how it all started. The first form of organized labor man had is agriculture, and it allowed people to feed themselves and trade as a community. However, nowadays some enterprises have monopolized this activity, and it's leaving all of the people that could live with that, and they could like plant their own crops without any other activity that they could take to sustain their own families. Now these people is working for other people in some areas that are not producing anything uh, that could help or support the eradication of the poverty. I I think that the governments should focus on creating some projects that encourage people to go back to the field rather than in the city. This is happening because sometimes it's easier to go to some other work and make people to pay you just by doing some hours than to planting your own things and taking care of them because it's safe. Like you're getting your own money and you're you're safe that you're gonna get that and you could support your family without any problem. Because sometimes the weather it can affect the all of the things that you're doing. So sometimes people are prefer the city and everybody has abandoned the fields. So I believe the government should make some things to make people realize how important it is and they could go back to the field. Because the more producers we have and there are in the world, the easier it will be to eradicate the poverty. It would be very supportive if experts in the areas of agriculture could support producers by providing some accessories. And they can show them like the most important tips to make their crops better and the most effective as they can. Another alternative is the implementation of the GMOs in basically most of the crops as much as possible because it is true a lot of people is not does not agree with it with the GMOs, but we know that because some studies have shown us that a lot of cities are growing and now they can hold more people than they used to in years before. Sorry. So basically, this is telling us that we have to feed them all using the same space we had. So we we have to contain more crops than we used to in the same kind of space. I believe that the key of this is to develop the ability to maintain as much as possible in the same place. So, in conclusion, no matter how productive or successful a work can be, in the end, the agriculture is the basis of the economy of our countries, especially here in Latin America, and it is responsible for providing food and households in the world. So it's very important that you can use all of this. These are tips. The more we have, uh, we can feed more people in the world. All of the work, all of the people going back to the fields is to make to have more food and people going back to it because the less people there are in the fields, the less food we have. So I believe that it's important to make all of these things to produce more. Thank you.